There's nothing Brawn loves more than a challenge. Luckily, working with the Nest Global Alliance gives him plenty of opportunities to show his strength. He has a new assignment: track down the Decepticons' Strongbot Rampage. The Decepticons' warrior strength is legendary, but Brawn intends to crush both him and his legend with a couple of blows of his indestructible fists. In his free time, Brawn has become addicted to two Earth sports, rugby and golf. In rugby, the Autobot warrior sees a formal and civilized form of warfare, and in golf he sees a single-person struggle against his environment. In both sports, Brawn has seen something that the human race has not even seen in themselves. Sadly, he once tried to play golf using a large lamppost and an old World War II depth charge. After the recovery, he now prefers to leave that sport to the professionals.
And here we have Revenge of the Fallen Brawn. This is a deluxe class figure. His vehicle mode is that of a Nest, I'm guessing, four-wheel drive, heavily modified pickup truck. Little bit of a difference from his original G1 incarnation of a Land Rover. And then he appeared as X-Brawn, or just Brawn, he was Wildfire in the Japanese version of RID. But he was X-Brawn, and he was an SUV. So this time, it's nice to see him return to his roots as a brown all-terrain vehicle. As you can see, he does have a wicked large gun on the top of his hood. Unfortunately, it does not rotate. It is a an 8mm Vulcan cannon, simply because it looks like a Vulcan cannon. A little multi-radio, satellite, blah 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 dish back here, but it does appear to be a four-seater, possibly, I don't know. It's only got two doors, but these might be suicide doors back here. And a nice little pickup truck bed here. Very nice vehicle mode, very solid, plastic wheels. I would have liked to have seen a little bit better or more coloring. The brown and green is kind of boring, but hey, that was the original G1 class figure, so I'm not going to complain too much. So let's go ahead and get him transformed. I'm going to zoom out here for a second. I'm going to start off by kind of grabbing the bottoms here, or get your fingernail in here and just kind of pop the sides off, the doors off, and kind of make like gull-wing doors, sort of. Just fold them out. Look, Ma, I can fly! Yeah, Mask is jealous. Anyway, so next we're going to do is go back here and fold these panels down. Then we're going to come here, grab the section here, and quite literally fold the entirety of the roof and the rear of the vehicle straight out like that. Next, we're going to come in here and, using your fingers, just split straight down the hood and fold these parts over like this, and fold it over like that. Then take what will become the knees and fold them down. I like to point them, well, doesn't really matter. I'll just point them like this. Then you come in here and fold out the leg. So as you can see, we have completely folded out the bottom part of the figure and the entire top part of the figure. So we'll take this part and just rotate it up for now, just to get it out of the way. Then take this whole section and rotate it around. So this is the front of the figure now in robot mode. We're going to go ahead and fold the feet out, and fold out the feet spurs. And then this is where it gets a little funny. Come in here, take this whole front section and fold it down like that to expose the hands and the guns. Then come in here and pop everything apart and fold it down. Now, this is where it gets a little weird, because my figure originally, you see how the ball joint is just pointing straight towards the head of the figure, enabling you to just fold the arm down? Not so on this side. You kind of have to come in here, get the ball joint such that you just hold it and then rotate it in place. This is really hard to do because of the way the figure's arms are. And then you can fold the arms down. Next, just fold what we folded up just to get it out of the way, fold it back, and then rotate the gun up. And here we have Brawn in robot mode. Okay, first I have to make a confession. He is a shell former. A shell former, not a shelf warmer. Definitely a shell former in the fact that he's pretty much just held together by a shell, unfortunately. That shell, if you fold everything out of the way, makes him slightly top-heavy and back-heavy, but it's not too bad. He does have a little bit of what's called Mech Alive. If you move the arm up, the thing inside his chest rotates. Okay, whoop-de-doo. The other issue that I have are the ball joints in his legs. These two ball joints are very, very loose and very, very pop-offable. I don't know how many times I've just been transforming him and the legs just fall off. So a little bit of super glue or one of the other myriads of solutions should fix that. But it doesn't do well considering the fact that the very weight of the figure, if you're on a slippery surface, the figure will do this. So, yeah, I mean, look, I'm not putting much force into that at all, and it's just wiggling about. An easy fix, though. As far as the styling of the figure, pretty darn nice. I really like the robot head. I think it looks very cool. Unfortunately, it looks kind of like a gas mask. Poseability on his head is limited because of the nature of the joint it's on. It is on a ball joint, but it can look forward, so you get a little bit of hunchback of Cybertron action going, or you can move it back so it looks more like a head, but I think you're supposed to make a hunchback of Cybertron at some point. Legs, like I said, really loose, but plenty of articulation there. You've got double hinged knees going because of the transformation. The rest of the joints are very tight. It's just these two. But limited poseability here, plenty of poseability in the legs. Very nice leg poseability. Arm poseability, 360 here. Unfortunately, you don't have any rotating action like that because of the way the arms are, but the arms are double elbowed, so you could get some nice poses there. But one thing I love about this figure is transformed, he comes packing. I mean, these guns are, you can just remove them, but I just like leaving him in because he just comes packing, he transforms, he's driving along, he transforms, jumps up, and he's running and gunning as soon as he's in robot mode, which is awesome. I really got to give Takara and Hasbro credit because when you when you got to clear the room of effing Decepticons, except no substitutions. Another thing you could do is take the Gatling gun or whatever Vulcan gun and rotate it up like that to be kind of like a pseudo sniper rifle Gatling gun. I really like that option. That's very cool as well. I mean, he's got plenty of weapons. My only complaint about the weapons and about the arms is if you hold the arms straight, he's pointing down because of the nature of where the fist is. The fist turns all the way around, and you could get some really, really dynamic poses with this guy. But the guns are pointing down, as you can see. I'm trying to hold. If this is level, you see it's kind of down at like a 3 or 4 degree angle because of where the fists are mounted and how they're mounted on the forearms. You see the forearms are kind of pointed slanted. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. It really isn't. I just noticed it, and I thought I should let you know. So, is this figure worth your time and money? Abso-freaking-lutely. I just cannot get over how good this figure is. Yes, he's got a lot of kibble. But you know what? It doesn't really get in the way. It folds out of the way nicely. You don't really have to worry about it. He just is a really nice, strong figure. The transformation is fun. I really, really like this guy. I don't know why I like him so much, other than the facts I've already stated. He could not, if he was named something else, and he wasn't named Brawn, but he was something else, I would have still picked him up because it's such a strong robot mode. The fact he comes with guns on his own, the fact that he can look completely badass in just about every pose you get him in, the fact that you can pose him so well. Yes, the hip joints are a problem. He has a rotating waist, so that's not a problem. It's really tight too. But yes, these points are tight, but as long as you've got him well balanced, he'll be fine. But I can't get over how good this figure is and how happy I am with it. It deserves to be in your collection. If you see it, I strongly, strongly recommend picking it up. This is one of the best figures in the ROTF line.